What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome in to CHGO Bulls Pregame, presented to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download that app and be sure to use promo code CHGO when you sign up.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday night. I'm Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck. My guy, Big Dave, is at BAL, BAWL Sports. We've got our man back at the controls. He's Joey Spathis. He is at Joey Spathis on Twitter. What up, Joe?
Hey, guys. Missed you.
Missed you yesterday.
No, unfortunately, I saw life without you, Joey, and gotta say, it wasn't that bad.
Steven's
Steven was pretty damn
Steven's
good.
an excellent man and an excellent producer.
You know, Kevin was on it too.
When were you guys with Kevin Wells?
Yesterday.
Oh, so Steven didn't. So Steven's great also, though.
Yeah, Steven was great. But
I was with you guys on Sunday.
Right.
We just
Yeah.
weren't in studio.
Right.
That was our first time with Kevin, and he and I had a nonverbal thing going, and I'm like, wow, it took Joey us a while to get to this point.
Wow.
First day, Kevin and I were here non-verbally doing our thing, man.
Joey.
It just made me look for the other side.
He's lying right now. He's lying. That's not.
I was going to
Actually,
say.
that's true. No, it's actually pretty true. Like, it happened during the show.
Kevin's great. We've got a litany of great producers here.
Ooh,
at
nice
CHGO.
word.
Mm-hmm.
Nice word.
I used that one right? Yeah, he probably
brought that one right there. There you go. Litany. Yeah.
It was a guess. It was a guess,
I'm proud of
everybody.
you. Yeah.
Impressed.
All right, well done.
This is probably the best example of Joey's blossoming vocabulary that,
Yes,
I've heard in a while.
Yes. But
Still,
I did
still
miss-
waiting on that term paper, though.
You had a day off and you couldn't get the term paper in.
What were you doing on your day off, Joe?
Yeah, you were right.
Writing the
Yeah,
paper.
you're right. You're right.
I am this close to flunking you.
I'm procrastinating.
We're coming up on final exams, right? It's that time of year. First term's almost over.
We missed you, Joey.
Oh, miss you so much.
Oh, glad to be
And
back.
you missed hanging out with our pal Jimmy from UK CHGO Bulls. Shout out to him. He's at his last Bulls game of his trip tonight.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's going to help us get the Bulls a win. Okay, first things first. Injury update.
Hit me.
You want the good news first, the bad news first, or the other bad news first?
You know, Joey wasn't here. He let Joey do it. Joey, what you want first?
I want the bad news first.
Okay.
Okay, bad news part one. Jalen Brunson was a game-time decision. Knicks just tweeted from their official account that he is available to play tonight. He's been dealing with some kind of foot injury, but had not missed a game for that injury yet. He has played 27 of 27 for the Knicks so far this season.
Damn.
May have been his first missed game tonight. Would have been a huge bump for the Bulls to not have to deal with Brunson.
Yeah.
He is available to play.
All right. That sucks.
So
you said that was part one.
There's that, right. We'll talk more about Brunson later on in pregame.
All right.
Bad news part two, no Ayo Dosunmu for the Bulls tonight. He took that nasty fall and left and did not return from that previous game.
Yeah.
What they're calling an abdominal contusion.
Yeah.
He was questionable to play tonight. He has officially been ruled out, which is unfortunate.
Very.
Billy Donovan mentioned that he is working a lot in terms of getting treatment, so hopefully back soon.
Yeah.
And then good news, Caruso's back.
Hey, okay. I'll take that.
Need it. He's
I've
missed
really-
a game and a half from that tailbone injury and is back tonight.
I really have to kind of look up and redefine what I think the word contusion means. Because when I think of it, I never think it's something huge.
Yeah.
But for some reason this season for the Bulls, it's been wiping out players. Left and right. Contusion has been whooping our ass. So, yeah, man, it sucks. And like I said, when Ayo says he's hurt, he's hurt.
Yeah.
And I didn't think he was going to play tonight anyway. So, yeah, get better.
I can't not think of John Mulaney's stand-up bit where he's impersonating Ice-T on Law and Order when I hear the word contusions.
He does do a good IC, bro.
Love it so
It's
much.
pretty damn on point.
Okay, so those are the injury updates. Also for the Knicks, looks like Archie
Hey.
out with an ankle,
Aw.
which, by the way, shout out to Archie for still being in
That's
the NBA.
for real, bro.
If
Straight
anyone
up.
other than he who must not be named can find use for that dude,
Seriously.
it's maybe occasionally Tom Thibodeau.
That is a fact.
And Obi Toppin dealing with a knee out.
That's a big one. He's been playing well for them, man.
Right. So
Bulls should maybe trade Zach LaVine for him.
that's something I've heard. I've heard that on the interwebs.
Kidding.
Well done.
Or I don't know, maybe shoot, who else should they trade Zach LaVine for?
Who else? Eric Gordon.
Maybe Victor Oladipo.
Oh,
What up, Joe? Okay. All right. So back to Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
Joey, do you have his career stats we could take a look at real quick? I'm sorry, not his career stats, his Knicks stats so far this season. He's averaging a career high, just over 20 points a game. Also a career high 6.3 assists per game and 1.1 steals. You see his shooting splits down there. Career high from the free throw line. Other than that, it's not a great shooting season so far for Jalen. Averaging 46.4 from the field and just 32.4% from three. And it's kind of funny. I was just talking with Steven about it when we were here earlier tonight about how Knicks fans have really been kind of, I guess, disappointed with Jalen Brunson's performance so far, despite the fact that those are some pretty decent numbers, and he's averaging career highs mostly across the board, but they're wanting more from him, maybe just because he's a guy that the Knicks signed to a 4-year, just over $100 million contract this summer.
No, that's exactly what it is. Joey, can you put those stats back up for me, please? That's exactly what that is, man. Like, they see $100 million, and they're like, oh, well, dude, obviously, you should be averaging 25 and 10. That's exactly what it should be. He was coming in off the bench, you know what I'm saying, for Dallas, and he was a huge part of Dallas. These are great numbers for me for what he's doing. You know what I mean? Again, these are all career highs for him right now, man. And look at those shooting splits. Like, the three-point shooting isn't great, but he's a killer. You know what I mean? So when they got to have it, he's going to have it for him, man. But it's the free throw shooting. The fact he's near 50% at the size he is, it's impressive. It really is, man. But he's a bulldog out there on the floor, man. And, he's with the right coach, obviously, and he's got his dad with him as well, man. But, yeah, 20 and 6 and a steal, that's good. I don't care, how much they pay. That's pretty damn good in your first year as a starter.
Right. We've got a Knicks fan hanging out in the comments with us during pregame. Big task at hand.
Hey.
Who said, "What are you talking about? Knicks fans aren't disappointed with Jalen Brunson at all."
Okay.
Well, apparently I'm hearing different things from Knicks fans on NBA Twitter than you are. I'm
no idea what
we're
you're
going to
talking
go ahead and throw some doubt on your statement that Knicks fans have been 100% supportive of Jalen Brunson. Knicks fans aren't 100% supportive of anything.
That's
the last
fact,
time I
bro.
checked.
That's a fact. That's pretty damn genuine and pretty damn true, man. But hey, thanks for coming in here and hanging out, man. Appreciate you, sir, taking that time before the game started on hanging out with us.
I was telling Steven, I was like, if there's an NBA fan base that is less patient and less understanding than Bulls fans, it's Knicks fans.
It's the Knicks fans, and it's funny because theirs makes less sense because they don't win. So that's the difference. That's really the big difference.
Hey, man,
there. That's the big difference.
They won when Phil Jackson was still playing in the NBA.
That's right. When Bill Bradley, before he got to Congress, was up in there. He was doing his thing, baby. Shout out. Y'all had Earl the Pearl doing his thing. Willis
Earl
Reed.
the Pearl Monroe.
Oh, the Willis Reed game when he comes back.
Oh.
Injured, doing his thing. Oh, man. Yes, absolutely. Wonderful
so
stuff.
Good.
Wonderful stuff, man.
So, a tall task for the Bulls tonight is dealing with Jalen Brunson, who will play. Maybe is going to be playing at less than 100%, but he will be out there.
Yeah.
The other interesting thing about these Knicks, and particularly their guard rotation, has to do with an old pal of Bulls fans, and that's Derrick Rose.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, we're going to talk about him coming up next.
Okay.
While I'm telling y'all all about the fun you should be having with DraftKings, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button if you're watching with us live on YouTube. Tonight's pregame brought to you guys by our friends at DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. NBA fans, it's that holiday time of year. Everybody's thinking about what gifts that they're going to give their friends and family, what gifts they want to get this year. Speaking of which, great gift to get the sports fans in your life.
Tell them.
CHGO membership that is available as a gift on our website, allchgo.com right now.
Right now.
Check it out.
Right now.
But when I throw down on NBA action, which is my gift to myself, it's got to be with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official betting partner of the NBA and our official betting partner at CHGO. New customers can bet just $5 on any NBA money line, and if their team wins that money line bet, you're looking at $150 in free bets. Plus, everyone can combine multiple bets for bigger payouts with DraftKings stepped up same-game parlays. Throw a bunch of stuff together. I made one for tonight's game. I got Vooch rebounds in there.
Okay.
I got DeMar assists in there.
All right.
And then just because I'm a logical man who follows the numbers, I took a couple overs on Julius Randle, who had a tough start to the year, had a tough 21-22 season, but in December, Randle, 28 and 9.
Ooh, he's nice, man.
So there you go.
Thing.
There's a little few ideas to get your parlay started. You still got 20 minutes or so to get a parlay in for tonight's game.
Yeah.
Do it and download that app using promo code CHGO.
Do that right now.
So back to the Knicks and their guard rotation.
Back to reality.
Snap.
There goes gravity.
Hey!
And shout out to Joey real quick, man. Put the follow me home up there to J-Rock.
I was going to ask what
that
that was in reference to.
No, that was in and that was back in the day J-Rock joint.
Yeah, that was right when I was starting to get into TDE.
Yeah.
So I like J-Rock, and that album was like one of my favorite of his projects.
You're right, man.
Elbows.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, man. No, he puts out
Hood Gun Love It.
He's
It's a
never,
good project.
he's never put out a bad album. I haven't heard it. I say it like that. I ain't never heard him put out a bad one.
Elbows are a body
He's
part.
good.
People call Jalen Brunson J-Rock. What are we talking about?
All right, Matt's trying.
Never heard of J-Rock. Is that a person?
Yeah, it's a person,
musical
man.
artist.
It's a person, dog.
Cool.
Have you heard the song "Win"? Win.
All
win.
I do is win.
No, that's you know what? Never mind. Not gonna do it. Nope, not gonna do it. I tried.
Win.
I threw it.
Win.
Yes.
I have heard that.
Yes.
I feel like that was in
On a
some NBA commercial.
commercial.
Correct.
Yes.
Absolutely. That is J-Rock. Yes.
There
All
you
right.
go.
Congrats. We got Matt on one tonight.
I know a J-Rock
He
song.
knows J-Rock, baby. I'm proud of you right now.
Pretty sure
man.
that's in some sports gambling commercial.
Yes.
Because that would make sense.
It was on something sports related.
Right.
He definitely did not go to the club and hear that.
Yeah.
joint. No, he did not.
Speaking of winning, the Bulls won a lot of games when Derrick Rose was in a Bulls jersey back in the day.
They did.
He is now back in his second stint with the New York Knicks, but has only played 21 games this season and has made 0 starts in those 21 appearances, averaging just 6.5 points a game, 2 assists in under 14 minutes.
Yeah.
After Derrick was so important to mediocre Knicks teams of the recent past, Dave, he seems to have fallen out of Tom Thibodeau's rotation recently.
Which is wild to even think about or say. But it's true. You know, they're just looking at the way he's been playing. He's getting older, man. That's all it is. It's just getting to that time, you know, for him. And it's funny because I feel like this is the most comfortable as a person he's kind of been.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just see him in these interviews and I see the way he speaks, the way he talks, and he's just very reflective and very appreciative of what he's been through to get himself to this point. And he just sounds like a person that's just comfortable in life right now, man. He's okay. I'm not saying basketball is secondary to him. I'm just saying he just feels like he's comfortable and getting ready for that next chapter of his life. But he still got some stuff left in him. Hopefully he does not pull that out tonight against the Bulls.
So he has been a DNP coach's decision in each of their last 4 games, which coincidentally the Knicks are coming into tonight on a 4-game winning streak. Not to say that that's because Derrick hasn't been playing, but it's interesting that Tom Thibodeau, a guy who routinely tends to lean towards vets and trusting vets over young guys, was partly explaining this move, saying that they wanted to get a closer look at Miles McBride, a second-round pick from the 21 draft, who doesn't look like a whole lot special to me. He played, I think about half their games last season coming off the bench, but it's weird. I think a lot of people who still think of Derrick Rose in a certain way, and not even the MVP version that we saw when he was just, a 22-year-old, but a more useful piece than that. But they're shaking everything up. Obviously, Tom Thibodeau is all the way done with Cam Reddish. They've also taken Evan Fournier, another vet, out of this rotation. They're mixing things up as a team kind of just hovering around 500 right now in the middle of the jumbled Eastern Conference playoff picture.
Yeah, it's classic Tibbs going on right now. If it's not working, he's like, and as far as not working, I mean actually messing with winning.
Yeah.
He doesn't care, you know what I'm saying, if he does it and y'all don't like it, you know what I'm saying? Or if it doesn't work, but they still get a victory and they're still over 500, doing all that. No, they're under 500. This is 3rd year with them, man. They want to make a move. So now he's like, okay, y'all got to go sit down. You mentioned Fournier. Fournier was a huge part of their team, especially last year, man.
He's on a big contract, too. I think he's close to 20 mil.
And we tripped.
And he's just sitting.
And congratulations for getting that, by the way.
I mean,
congratulations
to Evan Fournier's agent.
For real, man. The man. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, bro. But, yeah, he's falling out of those graces, man. He was a Celtic killer last year. He's falling out of those graces with them, man. Tibbs will shorten that lineup, and go 8 deep.
Right.
You know what I mean? We know that about him, man. So every game will be the playoffs for Tom Thibodeau. So, yeah, just knowing that he's putting Derrick there just lets you know how serious he is because you know how he feels about Derrick. Right. And it also makes me wonder about was a conversation taking place between both of them. You know, like, hey, man, we got to make this move, bro. And, you know, wonder if Derek was like, it's okay.
And I was watching an interview with Tibbs on Twitter earlier today talking about that decision to take Derek out of the rotation, and Tibbs talking about how, of course, as he expected, Derek handled it completely professionally, and was saying, you know, whatever you think is right for the team. Obviously, Derek and Tibbs have always been close, going back to their shared days in Chicago together. And, you know, you could even just tell the way that Tibbs talks about him that even though he's not playing Derek minutes right now, he still thinks of him as, you know, more than just a player of his.
Yeah, he does. And you know how we feel about Derrick Rose here in Chicago, man. Like, he is amazing. Like, looking at Kendall Gill on TV is just, in my head, he's talking about you right now. You know what I'm saying about Derrick Rose. Did you see what he did tonight? That's all I hear when I see that.
Should I be that petty? When we, you know, loop back around to postgame and Derek's DNP CD, do I need to yell at Kendall to ask him if he saw what Derek did tonight, which was nothing? I feel like that's too petty even for me.
Damn.
Are you saying that you didn't think there was anything in the world that was too petty for me to do or say?
Hey, man, I've seen you be petty in some wild situations, sir. And I'm proud of you in your pettiness. But hey, I've seen you be petty in some wild situations. Hey, Joey, can you put that? I need to see a comment real quick on the screen before you do that. My man from the Knicks, Big Task. I love this line right here. The Bulls' legacy is Jordan, and that's it. His Bulls fans are Jordan fans, like Golden State fans are just Steph Curry fans. You know, I love that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, our legacy
have in common?
Yeah.
Multiple championships.
These things right here. That's what it has in common, was these things. But that's what I like. I'm like, if your legacy is, you know, the greatest player to ever play the game, and that's it. That's all you got.
That's all you got.
That's all you got. Is the greatest, the dude they just named MVP trophy after. It's all you got. The guy whose shoes I'm probably wearing right now.
I saw him also say that, you know, the pre-Jordan era and post-Jordan era of the Bulls is a trash organization.
Oh, so, that's not true.
You know, bookending the greatest dynasty in modern sports is stuff that's less good than that.
You know, we just going to forget about, you know, Jerry Sloan and Chet Walker and Artis Gilmore. You know what I'm saying? All them Hall of Famers that were there, too.
Derrick Rose,
you know, whatever. You know
Tom Thibodeau, Joakim Noah.
Yeah, but, you know, forget all that. You know what I mean? We're trash, man. Right. It's all that. But, hey, man.
I mean, at least that team made a conference finals appearance.
They did, man.
Where are your conference finals appearances, Knicks fans?
Hey, shout out, you know what I'm saying, to the Knicks getting in the first round.
Yeah. Cool. I think Melo and Amari got out of the first round maybe that one time.
Hey, man. Hey, shout out to Eddie Curry.
Dude.
Oh.
Knicks legend, Eddie.
Oh, Nick. This legend. Boy, that contract was amazing. Shout out to y'all for hooking my man up.
Knicks legend Tyson Chandler.
Yes.
Oh, man.
I always have love in my heart for what y'all did for Eddie Curry, man. Shout out to y'all, baby.
Truly. Speaking of Derek, he was doing an interview recently. I believe I saw it via Stephen Bondi of the New York Daily News. I was reading this earlier today. Joey, do you have that quote from Derrick Rose? He was asked about, like, at this stage of his career, the latter stages, if, you know, ring chasing is something that he's interested, what's important to him, if he wants to get one championship before he retires.
Sure.
And this was his answer. He said, I just want to be happy playing basketball. Of course, if I could get one championship, that would be great. But I always felt like me being on the court in a year 15, that is kind of like a championship for me. Which I thought was a really cool answer because we all know what everything it took for Derek to keep his NBA career alive, because for a while, you know, it was kind of dead. Got, you know, waived by Utah. The Cavs played him for like a handful of games, but then they didn't need him anymore. And then, of course, that 50-point game when he was with Minnesota, of all things. Dude, and then that sort of revitalized his career. Here he is still playing games. For him to even be at this point in year 15, as opposed to career ended a while ago, feels to him like winning a championship.
It's real, because everybody thought his career was done. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thought it was over. He would never play again, or at least never resemble any part of the player that we saw.
Right.
That's why that 50-point game was so huge. That's why he was crying after that. That's why everybody was showing him so much love, because now it wasn't just us who loved Derrick Rose. He was loved around the league, bro. Like, everybody loved Derrick Rose. That's just how it went. So, yeah, it was a big deal. And then even the season he had last year where there was chatter about him being sixth man of the year. Like, those are wins, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are straight up wins. because we didn't know he'd be able to do any of this anymore. So again, like I said earlier, when I hear him speak, he just sounds real reflective.
Right.
Like I see that light at the end of that tunnel, man. And I'm ready to walk into it, bro, and it's cool. So he looks comfortable. His family's good. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's nice and taken care of. And, you know, I'm just happy that he's here in year 15.
Yeah. Colin saying Derek also won the MVP, which is basically a player championship. Oh, are you referring to the Michael Jordan Most Valuable Player Award? which Knicks fan has the league's MVP named after them? Or is it not that?
Hey, man, Joey, I think in the post-game, man, we should just start showing some Bulls Knicks clips from the 90s.
Dude.
I'd like to see some of those. You know what I mean? Those would be fun, you know, to look at. That'd be cool.
I've been watching some Last Dance episodes recently. I was watching one the other day about the 93-94 series, which the Bulls unfortunately did not come out on top of.
Yeah.
But the
Game
Ewing, the Ewing getting absolutely demolished by Pip and Dunk. God, I love that.
Destroyed by
It makes me laugh that, everyone has their shows that they can just rewatch all the time, like Friends. That's Entourage for me. Peck just goes home. He's like, let me just throw on an episode of The Last Dance.
The Last Dance, so rewatchable. Absolutely. I do that. I rewatch a lot of my favorite shows, my favorite sitcoms. Yeah. The Last Dance, that's just 10 hours of absolute enjoyment every time.
It really is.
Think about how many. I was listening to Zach Lowe this week. How many people have tried to recreate The Last Dance since it came out, and none of them have been even close to as good.
Yeah,
you can't.
His boy Tom Brady. Oh yeah, we really need like a 10-part Brady documentary.
Man in the arena, baby.
F out of here.
Shout out.
I think they made a Derek Jeter one too.
Yeah, the captain.
Could not care less.
Yeah. Like, that's what you do when you see the greatness. You got to bite it, you know what I'm saying, and get your own and do it. But you ain't going to be like, The Last Dance, man. That thing shut down. They moved it up, you know what I'm saying, with COVID happening, because we were like, we want this now, okay, today. They had to move it up to put it out. That ain't going to never stuff like that is just not going to happen again, man. It's just not.
Big Taz, our Knicks fan hanging out, said, but what did the Knicks do after Jordan, though? Get demolished by the Spurs in the 99 finals? Is that what happened?
Eaten alive.
Right?
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. That was nice. Hey, great game against the Heat, though. That was a great first round against the Heat when y'all beat the Heat. Allen Houston.
Yeah.
Boy. Hey, shout out for paying Joakim Noah, too, man. Appreciate y'all for that, hooking his boy up with the checks, though he barely played. Shout out to y'all for that. You know what I mean? Shout out for paying Taj Gibson, all that cash.
Remember when we were at Joakim's official retirement night Bulls game early last season?
Yes.
And we happened to be sat next to two Knicks fans who were in the United Center. What they were doing there, I have no idea. And it was like a husband and wife, and the husband was like, when Joakim was being showed on the Jumbotron, he made some off-the-cuff remark, like, overpaid, total.
I remember.
And I was like, sir.
He said sir like 8 times. And this is with a few beers in him too. And I was like, oh man, I wish I was in between him and this dude right now.
Yeah.
Let me calm this cat down, man. Let me broke this cat down. But yeah, man, I appreciate
was about to get
that.
escorted out for his own safety.
Right. I appreciate and what Sadie said, he's from Atlanta. I remember. He was like, I'm from Atlanta, dude. I was like, how you a Knicks fan? And from Atlanta. He liked the Knicks, man.
Makes
That's what it was. It liked him, man.
Makes
but shout out to the Knicks, man. We couldn't be who we are. Without y'all. You know what I'm saying? We could not, we would never be who we are. Ooh. We could never do The Last Dance without the Knicks.
No.
It can't exist, all right? We got to have y'all, man.
Remember when they thought they had it because they were up 2-0 on the Bulls?
Oh, the Starks dunk right there? Oh, yes. Oh.
And then everybody started yelling at MJ about Atlantic City.
Oh, yeah.
And then he was like, all right, how about I whoop y'all ass 4 straight times?
4 straight times. Yeah, yeah. How about the Charles Smith, the steal? Oh, dude. Yeah. The tears.
Charles Smith tried to get that ball in the basket 100 times and failed 100 times. Shout out to Uncle Horace.
Oh, man, the tears. It was great. This wouldn't exist without y'all, Knicks fans. We love y'all. Thank y'all for the
truly
6.
do.
Thank you.
Speaking of Bull/Nick Joakim Noah, he's in the building tonight.
He's in the building.
I mean, D. Rose and Tibbs are here.
Yeah,
how could Joe not show up?
Seriously, you got to be there.
Joey, do we have that video that I sent you? So this was captured from pregame press conference, Tom Thibodeau, by our guy, Darnell Mayberry of The Athletic. Okay. He got the video of it. This is Joe, who just waltzed in to Tom Thibodeau's pregame press conference and got in the last question. If you can get the audio, cool.
Are you going to go to Derek's wedding and you're not going to come to mine? Next question.
Wait for it. Oh, the embrace. In case you didn't hear it, he said, "Are you really going to go to Derek's wedding and not come to mine?" Just giving Tibbs shit.
He has to.
Just like the old days.
He has to, man. They gonna never stop, man. Those two, like, they're bonded. You know what I mean? That's what you love about Tibbs. You know, however you felt about him coaching, that dude was loyal to a fault. Okay? If you roll with him and you ride with him, he's gonna have a spot for you on the team, dog. Everywhere Tibbs has been, everywhere he's been, he's brought somebody from the Bulls with him. Hell, John Lucas III is on his coaching staff. Okay, so he always is going to look out. Yes, that's Joey's boy, John Lucas III. He's got his jersey. Joey be having them obscure jerseys, man.
No, I don't.
You don't have a John Lucas III jersey?
No. I would have gotten a CJ Watson before that.
Ooh, okay. That's a little more obscure too. Yeah. No, I think John Lucas is a little more obscure than CJ Watson.
No, it's similar.
I mean, like
similar levels.
No,
CJ was better on other
I feel
teams.
like John Lucas III was more memorable than CJ Watson. CJ Watson was just like a run-of-the-mill backup point guard. Cool.
Yeah.
John Lucas III had like moments.
Yeah.
People remember him first for getting jumped over by LeBron on a LeBron dunk, if you recall. But then in a different Bulls Heatles game in the regular season, John Lucas III gave LeBron and the Heatles the business.
I do remember this.
Step back, like deep mid-range J in LeBron's face.
Yes.
In a game that the Bulls won.
That was kind of classic.
Because John Lucas III went off.
That was classic.
CJ doesn't really have any moments like that.
No, he's got the pass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The pass to Taj.
Yeah, you got the pass to Taj. You know what I mean? That was classic right there. But yeah, man, like Tibbs is just a loyal dude. It's who he is. Taj has been everywhere.
Yeah.
He's been Joakim, Derek, Luol. Like those, he's going to look out for his guys, man. And you know, I respect stuff because I'm very loyal, so I respect stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, Colin. I mean, baby Nate Robb. I mean, he's the
man,
he is the prize.
The Nate Robb
of
joint,
all
man.
of those Tibbs backup guards, baby.
Yeah, that's real. That's real, man.
Game 4 against Brooklyn.
Woo!
We'll never forget that for the rest of my life.
Woo!
Man. Was like, all right, you want me to beat the Nets by myself this quarter? Got you.
Classic.
I got you.
Man, we were going crazy in that bar watching that, man.
Colin wants an epic game from Pat tonight. Notice that I was wearing my OG Pat Williams jersey. I am.
You are wearing it.
It's NBA Jersey Day, Dave.
It is NBA
Where is
Jersey
your NBA
Day.
jersey?
I mean, I decided against it because it was freezing outside. But it's okay. You know what I mean?
As he says, well, he has his air-cooled blaster thing pointed at his face.
I can't even do it because I was sweating when I came up in here. I couldn't wait to turn this air conditioning on, man. So I took my jacket off and CHGO on. I was sweating. I was like, no, it's too hot. But no, I didn't wear my jersey today. I apologize. I did not come ready today.
It's okay.
But also, there should be a jersey here on stage. So, Joey, why isn't there a jersey sitting there on the table?
Wanted to mix it up today.
On Jersey Day?
Did not know it was Jersey Day until 2 minutes ago.
It's all good, man.
I think I wanted to mix it up. Subtext, I was behind. And we needed to start.
Can I point out, though, how I like how you have the hat matching the jersey?
Oh, you think
not a
that
mistake?
think that was an accident?
Listen.
Partner?
Matt said he's got the OG Pat Williams. We know Pat is like revenge game tonight. I've said it a couple times. It's real tonight. Patrick Williams, first basket. Thank you.
You putting the money on it? You putting the
There
zone?
it
Yes.
You got the money on? Okay. All right.
The de facto Joey bet on every Bulls game.
All right.
Patrick Williams
It
first
has
bucket.
not hit in a long time.
I love it. I love it. I mean, so you mentioned the revenge game real quick. We got a couple minutes left.
Sure.
Obviously, what put a huge chunk of games missed in Pat's season last year was that injury he suffered in that very same Knicks game. I think it was like game 4, game 5 on the year.
Yeah.
Missed whatever it was, 60-some games before finally coming back towards the tail end of last season. Yeah. And not to say that it was malicious. It was Robinson, right, who committed the foul on him.
Wayne Robinson, yeah.
Yeah, I did notice the Bulls official Twitter account this morning, you know, when they always put up a graphic and they're like, it's game day. The picture they chose today was a zoomed-in Patrick Williams' face looking pissed, looking like he was ready to kill and or break something. And I was like, good job, Bulls social media team, because I'm pretty sure that was not an accident.
Seriously, they weren't playing around with that. And yeah, that was the game. What was wild is we remember it so vividly because it was the game where we actually saw him start doing stuff. And even after that injury, he was still doing stuff. And I was like, man, Patrick Williams doing. So when he left the floor, everybody was like, wait, where'd he go? Like, this was surprising. But he was starting to come into something. And it was so early. It was like game 4. And he started to look a little comfortable that game. So that's why that injury really, really sucked. And it set back probably more than we could ever really know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it feels like he's been kind of recovering from that ever since it took place. But, yeah, man, I would love to see that big game from him tonight, man. We could damn sure use it, bro, for real.
Jeff Brock's one of our regulars saying, Patrick Williams' first basket, for God's sake, I'll be happy if he attempts a shot in the first quarter. Hey, now, he did look a little hesitant. We talked about it in postgame in their loss to the Hawks. But in the game prior to that, when we mopped the floor of the Mavs,
the first basket.
Pat was letting them fly and knocking them down.
In the post. His first basket was in the post.
Right.
You don't even put no money on that. He would have won something.
Please,
His first
Pat.
basket was in the post, man.
Look to get your shots up tonight.
Do your thing, Pat. We believe in you, man.
Want you, buddy. I'm wearing your jersey.
Come on with it. Come on with it, man.
Have yourself a good game.
When the Knicks beat the Bulls tonight, you guys going to bring up the Jordan days. Why don't you come on back and find out? Come on back in the post game, check us out, find out. And even still, if you're in town, how about you come hang out with us tomorrow on Friday?
Yeah.
On December 16th, sir, when we do the CHGO Bulls take over. We will be at the UC.
Couple of days, man.
Oh, I'm excited.
Bulls Knicks
man.
Part 2.
I'm
gonna be
excited.
awesome.
Come on, man. Come have some drinks with us at Crossroads. Hang out there. Free shuttle, you know what I'm saying, to get you there safely. You can have as many drinks you want then. So come on in, yell at the Knicks with us, and come get you sit in the tickets in the 300 sections, and let's be Bulls fans, man.
And just generally speaking, Bulls fans like to talk about Jordan and those, dynasty days.
Yeah,
because they were pretty fun. They were awesome. I know they weren't fun or awesome from a Knicks fan's perspective.
Well, why would they be?
They were working y'all's asses.
Yeah, why would they?
Every
be?
year,
every
postseason.
Man, but shout out Big Taz, he funny, man.
Hey,
shout out.
Thanks for hanging out. Come back for postgame. It's 6:32. That means it's tip-off time.
Hey.
Love this half-hour early tip.
Nice.
Front end of a nationally televised back-to-back.
I know you enjoy that.
Love that. Here we go. We'll see you for postgame. Hit that thumbs up button before you head out. For Joey and Big Dave, I'm Peck. Thanks for watching pregame. We'll see you right back here for postgame.
Hey.
See Red, be good. Get a dub.
Dub. Peace.